Can anyone tell me when, I guess, why isn't it a good idea not to have expectations of people who request and receive public assistance? Why they feel that they should receive this assistance with no strings attached? You know, when has that been a good idea? I mean, how arrogant of someone who is needing assistance, you know, it almost reminds me of, if you had some guy, one of those guys on the off ramp, holding a little sign of, will work for food, and I'm, just, hungry, will work for food, or whatever, one of them signs, and you go out there and you pull up and, you stop at McDonald's and you got them a Happy Meal or chicken nugget meal or something, and oh, he's like, what do you got in there? I don't like chicken nuggets. Ugh. Or how about those people in after Katrina? All them folks, well, I don't want to, I ain't going to Utah. I mean, I ain't got a pot to piss in here, but I'm not going to be flown to Utah for free and be taken care of by people in Utah. Why? Why, there's snow in the mountains. And, hey, they're Mormons. Oh, I ain't doing that. You got to give me federal money. Yeah, I mean, since when? Where the hell? Why don't people have any gratitude anymore? Seriously. People go shopping. They get these freaking damn vision cards. That's just like a credit card now from the state. They go shopping with all the best products in the cart. Whew, swipe that money. Yeah. Yeah, that's awesome. Oh, yeah. That's good. That's good feeling. I got the best stuff. I got my Del Monte. I got my Doritos. I got my Coca-Cola. And I got some nice good cuts of meat here. I got all the good stuff. While the asshole like me, standing behind there, who pays for his own groceries, well, I got some store brand green beans here, and I got, just the bare necessities, And I'm over here going, man, how stupid am I to have to look at my budget and say, well, I got to pay my bills, so I need to stretch this. No, I mean, you never hear people on welfare going, hey, thank you. All right, sounds a little, who's going to come up and say, hey, thanks, I'm unemployed and you're paying for my groceries and everything. I'd like to see these people make an effort, and I'm sure there are some decent people, okay? And if you're one of them, don't be offended by this because this doesn't pertain to you. This is for the slack and low-life, good-for-nothing people who've turned public assistance into a way of living. You know what? Screw you people, okay? You take money from me, okay? Yes, me. Oh, yeah, you get a check from the state, but guess where the state gets their money? From me. You know what? Say thank you once in a while. Look at a way to cut your budget. You don't have to spend everything on that damn card. They give you more than you need. Matter of fact, let me talk to the people. If there's a state worker here or a politician that might see this, how about limiting what people can purchase with that card? And I'm not saying, you can't buy beer, can't buy cigarettes. Well, hallelujah, amen for that. How about no soda? How about it has to be generic products? Over at Walmart, there's like a 40 or some odd cent difference in a gallon of milk between the Walmart brand and the name brand. Yet both of them are approved for this one program called WIC. It's Women, Infant, Children. Why? Save the 40 cents. Okay? Make them buy the cheaper of the two. Okay? No meat. Okay? You don't get hamburger, you don't get steak, you don't get beef chunks or pork chops or chicken. Okay? You know what you get? You get bologna. Bologna. There's your meat. You get bologna. Okay? You get cheese. Look, I don't mind assisting people. I don't. I'm not cold-hearted. I don't want people dropping dead from starvation. But, being hungry is a good motivating factor to get off your lazy ass. Okay? Um, and I don't want the anecdotal stories about, oh, well, I've got 3 kids or 4 kids and my husband left me. What am I to do? Well, guess what? I didn't marry your husband. I didn't make 3 or 4 or 5 or 20 kids with him. Okay? I've got my kids. Okay? And I got my dog. She's down here. Okay? And she's faithful. She won't leave me. Go me. Anyway, but it's not my fault that your husband left you. Okay? I get it. It's tough, and I feel bad for your kids. They ain't got a dad, and they got a mom that wrecked her life to the point that she can't provide for her kids. You know what? I know how that is. But you need to look at it from our standpoint. My job isn't to raise your kid, provide for your kids. I got my own kids. And although your kids may be cute, they may not be, my kids to me come first. I look out for my family. You need to look out for yours. Now I help you out, but damn it, you need to start doing something. You know what? Give me 5 hours a week. Give me 50, give me 20 hours a week. Half of what most full-time people put in. Give us half that in volunteer work. Go down to a homeless shelter. Go down to a soup kitchen. Go pick up trash on the highway or remove graffiti from a wall. You know, put in some effort and show a little gratitude, you know, for the money that you take from my family. Do something for it. You know, the other thing, to the state, again, you know, you subsidize, you know, people's heat, and in the summertime, the air conditioned or electric bills. You know, how come you just look at their income and the number of people in the house and be like, well, and here's the percentage? Why not require as part of the program that you mandate, if you're going to give them heating assistance, they have to put in one of those Westar thermostat. That's our energy company. And you know what? I keep my house at 71, sometimes 72 in the wintertime. Well, you know what? If you're going to get assistance, 65. You're not gonna freeze to death. You won't be as comfortable as me. But cut back. You don't have a right to live the same lifestyle as me. Okay? We'll assist. I got no problem with that, providing you put in a little bit of effort. You know, wintertime or summertime, you know, I bumped mine up 75, 76. Maybe you should set yours at 80. Okay? Oh, additionally, people on public assistance, guess what? You're getting drug tested, buddy, and budettes. And if you test positive, well, first of all, if you test positive as part of the application process, no, you don't get any assistance. Sorry. Because if you got money for drugs, you don't need my help. Period. Boom. Also, no smoking while you're on public assistance. None. If you got a habit, good way to kick it, buddy. 2, there'll be no drinking. Okay? 3, you got to do some type of public assistance. You have to. And also, we're going to randomly drug test you. Just to make sure. You know, you're no better than, you should be a state, what you are is if you're taking public assistance, you're an employee of the state. And as such, you can't drink all day, you can't smoke, and you can't watch TV. And frankly, you shouldn't have cable. Because if you got money for cable, well, you need to have your assistance cut by that. Because my job isn't to pay your cable. My job's not to make a car payment. You shouldn't have a car payment. And cell phone? Yeah, I don't think so. Unless you can get a basic cell phone for $24 a month. I don't think you're getting that kind of service. And that, you know, you don't get a smartphone unless you can get it for $24 a month. Otherwise, you get a basic home phone. So you can call, you know, around and try to find a job. But, I mean, I'm sick and tired of paying for people. I really am. I think most of the working class, we're sick and tired of it. 50% of the people in this country, I think it's rated 50%, don't have a tax liability. It means they don't pay federal tax. And don't get it. Look, all the people making minimum wage don't go, oh, I'm looking at my check and I pay tax right here. You guys get back more than you pay in. That needs to stop too. But, you know, to sit here and say, well, Yeah, 50% of you don't pay tax. You get that means you get everything back you pay in. It means you contribute nothing to the system. But you're going to be drawing from the system. Well, look, I don't mind assisting people, but I am not a means of a living. So frankly, I'm tired of it. I want people to know I'm tired of it. I hope people share some of these views and that they'll get upset and they'll start maybe talking to their legislators and say, look, you got to start putting some controls on this. You know? Start controlling the heat and the air conditioner. You know? What's wrong with that idea? Start drug testing people. Look, are you going to ask me, oh, well, if they test positive for drugs, you're going to throw their kids out on the street? No, I didn't throw their kids out on the street. The parents threw their kids out on the street because it was more important, excuse me, it was more important for them to do drugs than it was to stay clean, to continue to receive assistance. It's their fault. Why should I have to care about their kids more than they do? I didn't make them. I care for my kids. I think if more people start looking at it, start holding people accountable. Damn it, people. Hold people accountable. Not just those on the system, but the people who put the system in place. They put the system in place because they want the votes. They want people dependent on their little handouts. Because why? Ching, ching. That keeps them in office. Oh, yeah, here's some more goodies. Pull the lever for me. Ching, ching. I'll keep the goodies coming. Ching, ching. Yeah. And what do the politicians get? Oh, yeah. Well, they know where all the money is. They know. I mean, how do you think these guys get in office, middle class, and then end up being millionaires or wealthy or whatnot when they get out of there? You know, why? Because they're the ones who know where the money's going. They know what projects are going where. You know, they basically know where all the bodies are buried. So hold your legislatures accountable. Tell them there needs to be some price controls. There needs to be a set type of food that can be bought, not just no beer, no cigarettes. It needs to be, you know, well, come on, let's face it. What does a person really need to survive temporarily while on assistance? That's what this is about, okay? And so we need that. And you people that are out getting the assistance, come on. Nut up, people. You know, show a little compassion and a little gratitude for the people who are providing for you. You know, you're bleeding us dry, and when this well runs dry, you got nothing left. All right? So, food for everybody to think about. I'm out of here. Good night.